The beauty about the internet, you let somebody run their mouth enough on social media mainly, and eventually you see who they really are. Truths and nuggets get revealed sooner or later, but either way, things get revealed. B. Simone is coming across a certain situation where she opened her mouth and showed all kinds of vitriol and hurt. People leaving comments that make hella sense on the type of personality she is. Now, before I get down with the get down, you need to go ahead and get down to lafemlashea.com. Get you a copy of So You Want to Be a Stripper, Comprehensive Guide to Go From Girl Next Door to Pole Dancer Diva. It's also on Amazon.com. Other books like So You Want to Be a Baller, Comprehensive Guide to Go From Broke on the Bus to Balling in Advance, also on there. If you want to get an ebook copy of VIP Confession, what really goes down in the VIP, which is an erotic piece, you gotta go to lafemlashea.com. Sign up to the website, download the sample copy, and if you want an actual copy, boom, you can order it, and we'll send you the ebook as soon as possible. All right. Now that all the get down with the get down is gotten down, we gonna get to the topic at hand. Now, B. Simone, she's a so-called comedian. I mean, I'm not too sure how her comedy goes, but I know she's done plenty of stuff on the internet. She's been on Wilding Out, Nick Cannon show or what have you. She's done little roles on independent films or what have you, but she hasn't done anything of great significance or what have you. She's just been floating around the internet spaces, right? And her main shtick was her looking for a boyfriend, sounding all loud and annoying, searching for somebody, searching for a man, sounding hella thirsty with her bad body built ass. See, usually I say beauty is not a beholder, but whenever you show an ugly side, I gotta break it down, alright? I gotta break it down, shout it. Anyway, her bad body built, annoying Edith Bunker voice having ass comes out of her mouth, disrespects Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his legacy, saying that the alleged, because it hasn't really been proven, they the FBI say they got film on MLK cheating. If they got so much say, so much proof, how come ain't none of them females that he allegedly cheated with jumped out the woodwork snitching? I mean, you mean to tell me a Negro that's around here rebel rousing, wanting to bring civil rights to the country or whatever, that was happy to stay segregated? You mean to tell me that this man, who they put a bullet in because he wanted to do the Poor People's March, plus also raising hell about Vietnam, plus more than likely getting to the reparations conversation when it came to black folk, right? Black Americans, for foundational black Americans, who deserve their check, by the way, who deserve their check. I say there because I'm not foundational black American, but I feel you. I get you. Black fist in the air. I hope y'all get every nickel, dime, and quarter. The Queen of England, she got to run me my money. You understand me? Anyway, I digress. Now, they allege that he was out here getting down with other women or whatever. Look, this is the 60s. They could have easily destroyed his credibility by bringing out said alleged females. Come on, man. You mean to tell me they have MLK by the balls with all these with all these allegations and shit, and they ain't expose it? They still let the civil rights bill pass? They could have easily exposed this man, unless they figured a bullet would slow him down and people wouldn't care. But you got to keep about him being, about him having alleged relations with other women. Unless MLK, Dr. MLK Jr. had that much pull with the black community, where you know what? Okay, he cheated on his wife, but he means well. That's probably what they decided. They probably saw that, figured that was going to be the case, so they had to shoot him. You know what I'm saying? But even then, you know, those who straight Conan I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind hearing some dirt about MLK like that and be like, you know what? I ain't like him anyway. See what I'm saying? So yeah, they could have had enough people turn from him and maybe even throw even more allegations like, oh, I think he has a kid too with one of the women. You see what I'm saying? That would definitely get a lot of women mad at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know what I'm saying? They could have easily exposed all that, made him look hypocritical as fuck, run his name through the mud back in the day, having all these alleged hoes dangle in front of America saying that MLK, Dr. MLK Jr. is a cheater. You mean to tell me they have all this information and they want to hit him up? Come on, man. Even J. Edgar Hoover bitch ass. What was he looking for? What was he fearing? Fear of the Black Messiah, correct? Am I not right? See what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me that he has all this information, so-called information, gathered on MLK and doesn't want to use it? That's why I'm like, bro, dog, look at the source of where it's coming from. Look at the source of where it's coming from. Who's saying this? Oh, he had a bunch of hoes and stuff like that. I kind of strongly don't believe it. I strongly don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the '60s where they could have where it was easy for them to lynch a black man and get away with it. Not to mention, that's not even saying that, how to look like exposing him having a bunch of females on the side. See what I'm saying? Come on now. Anyway, and then fast forward. Look at what we have now. B. Simone opening her mouth, speaking on alleged information. And I wish black folk would stop running around saying this. Oh, MLK had a bunch of females. He had a bunch of females. Where the hoes is at, bro? Where they at then? Where they at though? How come they ain't doing no memoirs trying to come up on a check? The time I spent with Martin, loving Martin on the side. Yeah, I mean some kind of bullshit book or whatever. Hell, even Monica Lewinsky, slurping slob ass, wrote a whole book or whatever. You mean to tell me none of the females who they claim slept with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wasn't gonna try to put out a book so they can get a check? Come on, dog. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, so B Simone, she gets up there on a podcast saying that, you know, he's a good man. He's a good man. He left, he does some great things, but he's not a good father. He's not a good leader because he cheats on his wife. How dare he? And then be like and then she said my nigga, as if she talking about her little punk ass cousin or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. You mean to tell me this this broad back broad gonna sit up there and talk shit about this man who did more for black folk than she ever would? I mean, Shawty can't even keep a relationship going. How she gonna sit up there and eyeball somebody's legacy talking about he wasn't no good leader? I mean, last I checked, he led a march through Selma, racist ass Selma. He led he was partly, helping with the bus boycotts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He helped lead that. Okay, okay. The March on Washington, where he dropped that "I Have a Dream" speech at the end, the last lines of, from what I understand, damn, Mahalia Jackson suggested to Martin, tell him about the dream speech or whatever, to end it off on a high note. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, he did all that, help organize, set all that up, man. You mean to tell me that man was no leader, man? Hmm? Just because of what punk ass director of FBI had to say? J. Edgar Hoover, who had dirt on some of everybody? Come on, man. I can't, dog. I'm not even gonna sit up there and entertain that, dog. But the main point about all this is B Simone is totally out of line, out of pocket, and I'm pretty sure she shot herself in the foot. I'm pretty sure she's barely gonna have any shows coming her way. I mean, she's gonna have to do one big ass apology tour, but you know, even that ain't gonna work, man. Cause seriously, fam, her shtick is run out, and she's at the wall in the danger zone, about to hit the wall. And she's already bad body built, so I already know when she fully hits the wall, she ain't gonna look too right unless she gonna, break down and get herself a BBL or some shit. And even then, that's not gonna take away from her plain face, her loud, annoying ass voice, and her aggressive stance, stuck on a feminist agenda. It's not gonna work for her in the long term, man. Ain't nobody gonna want to deal with her. Nobody want to. Hell, she might as well sign up and get a spot on Fox Soul right now with Tea with the Queens or whatever they call themselves, or whatever, Coffee with the Queens or whatever the fuck they call themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I don't see this shit going right for B Simone in the long run, dog. She might as well just, try to find a new hustle of some kind. You know what I mean? Go back to school, get a degree, and do something with yourself. Cause outside of entertainment, it might be over with for you, shouter. Seriously. Cause how dare you open your mouth and disrespect a man who put his life on the line day in, day in, day out, so you and your peoples, Black Americans, well, me too as well. You know what I'm saying? Those of us who are non-white have some rights and some liberties, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Granted, Martin, from what I understand, said that he feels that he integrated us into a burning house, having some, you know, slight regret on the whole integration process, and it has been a failed experiment in many cases or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Black wealth diminishing. There aren't a lot of black CEOs in Fortune 500 companies or whatever. They say we black folk make up 13% of this country, 12 to 13% of this country. I fucking doubt that, but that's just me, my little conspiracy theory in terms of numbers or whatever. But way I see it, you know what I'm saying? We going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? After integration hit, you feel me? Still getting hit up, yet still we rise. And that's the part that the white man can't understand. Like, we're still fighting, we're still pushing forward. But we don't need to be Simones of the world that'll happily take a dump on the legacy of great people who set up the way things are for them to have a chance at getting more in life. You know what I'm saying? B Simone ought to be ashamed of her goddamn self, dog. Somebody in the comments section said in one of the in one of the response videos about this, they were saying that she looked like the type that if the relationship, like if you would have a kid with her, the relationship ends. She looked like the type that's gonna keep you away from your kids just cause she mad, just cause she's still in her feelings about y'all not being together still. And I would not be surprised. Hell, she has this much how she was sounding off. She has this much vitriol over a man, a man's legacy who shaped the world, fam. Encouraged the world, dog. You know what I'm saying? She has so much vitriol towards a man's legacy who's done so much. Just imagine the average guy that gets her knocked up. Hell, ain't she, if she's running into this MLK, this person could be. Um, Let me build a Negro since women won't. Okay, this dude could be built like an NFL linebacker. Okay, okay. Penis can reach down to his knees or whatever, or it can change shape however she wants it on some Mr. Fantastic shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's. I just feel like 6 inches a day. Okay, it could be 6 inches that day. I feel like getting pummeled. It needs to be 12. Okay, it could turn into 12. Like he could have magic penis, if you will, right? So he's built like an NFL linebacker. Okay, magic penis, man. It could be shaped however she wants, whenever she wants. He could freak like a porn star or whatever. Freak like however, you know what I'm saying? Freak like Casanova meets Lexington Steele and all them other dudes that be on blacked. You know what I mean? Plowing through all these broads or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Boom, right? He could have the mind of the business acumen of Master P and the book smarts of Neil deGrasse Tyson, sprinkled with that one professor. What's my man's name? Uh, Dr. Eric Dyson. All right, sprinkled with some Eric Dyson, topped with some Elijah Muhammad, with a little bit of Malcolm or whatever. Boom, he could be have that much intellectual capacity flowing through his brain. All right, boom. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Shaped like an NFL linebacker, sexually adequate, above and beyond, mind. You know what I mean? Super intelligent individual, net worth, money coming in like crazy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like he getting money like certain, like every black billionaire on the planet, all their net worth combined, he got all that coming in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? His portfolio is through the roof. His businesses are growing at an exponential rate. If not, they've already hit the $1 trillion mark. I mean, they making Apple computer money. You know what I'm saying? Apple Inc. money. They making Amazon money. You know what I mean? He's everything that she wants to be, and then some. And he has a fiery temperament on some Tupac stuff or whatever. Like he speaks passionately. You know what I'm saying? He has that swagger about himself. You know what I'm saying? And he has fighting ability like Michael Jai White times 20. Like he's Bruce Lee who can fight and fly underwater. Boondocks reference. Anyway, like he's just super Negro. Period. He can have all this going, but the minute he gets her pregnant and says, "I don't want to be in a relationship," fuck you then. You ain't shit. Blah 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 blah. She's gonna find something to complain about, and that's why a certain type of women in this world, they're not gonna make it. Especially these boss babe types or whatever. They're not gonna be able to keep a relationship, or they're not gonna find the kind of guys that they want. Because the kind of guys who they want, they see women like them and be like, "Oh, you problematic. You can't keep your mouth shut." Like, okay, you have your own thing going or whatever, but when you gonna sit down and cater to me, you probably won't. That woman probably won't. She's too busy doing her. You know what I'm saying? To let her hair down. You feel me? Hell, that's even if that's her real hair, but that's a whole other conversation. The main point is that what I'm talking about, certain boss babe types, certain types of women, regardless of how incredible this guy is, 9 times out of 10, she ain't even worthy for this dude, man. She ain't even the right person for this guy. You feel me? So yeah, man. B. Simone ought to be ashamed of her goddamn self. And anybody that sits there agreeing with what she said, how she said it and shit, good luck being single. Good luck taking girls trips in your 50s and 60s on cruises and shit, looking lonely as fuck, wondering where y'all fucked up and where all the good men at. Good luck with your life, shawty. I ain't got no time to be trying to save your ass. Anyway, that's my time, dog. Wow, be Simone. She's gonna have a good time in the future, man. All right, that's been my time. Y'all can email me at DKE305. That's D as in dog, K as in kitchen, E as in electric. DKE305 at gmail.com. Send me a topic that you want me to discuss, whatever. And I wouldn't mind throwing my 2 cents in, all right? All right, let me get about you, man. Any information, websites that you want to buy books from, you can either go to Amazon or I'll just send you the link. Just email me. I'm out. Peace.